Well, I didn't take a trade on stream yesterday, which is why there was no recap. Today and yesterday, the big focus has just been being patient. It was a hard Friday and Monday, last Friday, this Monday, just bad trading. And so really just wanted to kind of get back to the roots. You know, it's a constant effort of getting back to what you know works. It's weird with trading. A lot of times it's just easy to try and push it, even though you know something works, right? So for me, back to being patient, back to base hits, executed really well today. Happy with how it turned out. Just kind of going back into what I know I should be doing. And when you do what you know you should be doing, it, you know, typically is a little easier on the mental and all that, which is showcased today. So a couple of quick trades. Both of them were like 15 seconds or something, no drawdown, instant winners. My favorite types of trades. So we're going to go and dive into those from today's live stream. It happens on my main channel, Trades by Matt, every morning. So make sure you subscribe over there and tune into the live streams. They're free to watch. Make sure you also subscribe to this channel. There's a lot of you that watch and don't subscribe. So make sure you subscribe to get the daily updates. And last but not least, is we're done on my 20 Apex accounts, the Apex funded accounts. You can use code TBM for the best discount always available. I use the 20 of the 50K Apex accounts. Let's get into it. Yo, good morning. It's Tuesday. I have the new dad joke calendar here. And we have 7 days to catch up on. So if we get lit, I'll read 7 jokes out today. How about that? Well, it just seems like a lot. It seems like overkill. But I'll read a lot of jokes today if we can get lit quick. So make sure you press the thumbs up button down below. Brand new calendar. News-wise today, we had trade balances coming out at 7:30. We got jolts at 9. ISM services at 9. 9 o'clock should give us some movement. Should give us some movement. This is what the daily chart looks like. Ended up rejecting that wick that we were talking about. Pretty close. I mean, ran up to 900 or whatever, but yeah, right around that wick that we had been talking about pre-market yesterday ended up being the target. Slapped off it pretty decent. I think if we go back up to the highs from yesterday, you know, we were up another 100 points. I think it sends it pretty good. So we'll see what happens. My new cold plunge came in yesterday. My dumbass, pardon my French, but it truly was a dumb moment. I filled up the tub and forgot to check the drain to make sure the drain was closed. So I'm over here filling up the tub. I'm like, it's kind of taking a while. I look down, my whole garage is just covered in water. It's like, okay, cool. Then I was like trying to scramble to close it or whatever, but the water pressure coming through was too much to turn the to be able to close. So I had to let it all drain out. Bad. Clearly not thinking. Slapping nicely through VWAP. That little retest of VWAP was pretty decent on the 1 minute. Coming into maybe yesterday's point of control, 690. We got yesterday's value area low at 680 as well. So all interesting spots there. And again, we got news at 9 o'clock. Got a little juice at 700. They pulled the blocks above. Yeah, all that juice is still there too. And then we got some down below. So yeah, whichever way it snaps could be kind of interesting. Books are opening up. Spreads opening up a little bit as well. Should get a little bit of movement for sure, I think. There we go. Yep. There's the movement. Got a block at 40. 116 down to 42 or so. Well, this is why we were waiting on the news. It did a decent amount for us so far, so definitely some volatility. All of this juice above seems pretty decent right now. I like the 1 minute wick test, honestly. Unofficial wick test. Buyers looking decent. It was also the -2 standard deviation. I'm gonna take a stab long here off of the prior open. And I'm out. Quick 10 points there. Base hit. Patience and base hits. It's crazy what happens when you wait for it, right? Oh my God. Just a very fast, easy, no drawdown trade. So much better than when I'm looking for bigger stuff and trying to force it early in the day. Granted, it's still early, 45 minutes in, but pretty clean trade there. Just going off the prior open, seeing a response as we got back above the prior low. I mark it in, look at a fill, you know, right at the highs of the current candle to where we don't even really have to flip green. Done. All right, so far I've taken one trade, no drawdown, quick 10 pointer. I mean, it was probably like 10 seconds, 15 seconds, something like that. We got all of that liquidity higher. It's just not getting sucked into it yet. See if it does, but we got new lows coming in. Ah, it's lit. It's lit. It's lit. It's lit. All right, 4 jokes coming up. I have no idea if this calendar is any good. I hope it is. All right, January 1st, 2025. Catching up here. The Flamingo won the race. You could say he had a leg up. Okay. January 2nd, Thursday. Why does Sherlock Holmes love Mexican restaurants? They give him good case ideas. I do not get it. I don't understand it at all. What am I missing here? What am I missing here, chat? Oh, come on. Load, load, load. There we go. What am I missing on this? Oh, it's like queso? Oh, quesadilla. Quesadillas. Case ideas. Case ideas. Oh my god, that is dumb. I hate that. That's on me for not executing it correctly. But god, that sucks. That's on me. That was a tough one. Dillas. Yeah, that was also on me. Quesadillas. No, quesadillas. All right, January 3rd. Why did the deer get braces? Why did the deer get braces? He had buck teeth. All right, and then the weekend, the January 4th or 5th, wrapping up last week of dad jokes. How do you catch a squirrel? How do you catch a squirrel? You climb like a tree and act like a nut. Pretty good. Honestly, I liked them all other than the quesadilla one. All right, IB and the untested wick here at 25 are both very interesting spots. It's just how to have the risk to where it makes sense. Could be that, but I don't know. I don't trust it. Seems too tight. And it can also, like, it seems too tight for that. Like 6 points seems too tight in that spot, but the problem is that if it runs it, like, I mean, it can go 35 to 50 pretty fast. Friendly reminder, chat. Friendly reminder, the markets are closed on Thursday. Markets are closed, completely closed on Thursday. So there will not be a stream because there will not be any trading. The markets are fully closed on Thursday, all day, for in honor of former President Jimmy Carter. Yeah, 85 still looks interesting. The problem is volume kind of runs up to 93, but I think the 83, 84 area looks somewhat interesting. But 1 minute gave it, oh, it's gonna pop the high. I was about to say 1 minute gave us a little doji. I don't know if that's gonna hold us down or not after a decent little 60-point move up. That's the volume I was just talking about on, like, being concerned about the volume. It just cleanly moved that volume. Went to 700 psych. Now we got blocks up through 25. Chad, how are you feeling about the IBL retest here? What are y'all's thoughts on it? There it is. God, it was good for an instant 10. I don't know. It's scary to me for some reason. Good for an instant almost 20. I thought it was gonna pop through it pretty hard, to be honest. But that was, like, honestly a very clean retest. 506 looks interesting. Yeah, I was looking at that just a second ago. Seems maybe a little deep, but we are moving enough to make it happen. So, I mean, 480 looks interesting too. If you want to go that far. Like that might have been the pullback. I have a hard time buying up here after, you know, 125, 140 point move without too much of a pullback. But that was 20 points. Is that the most that we're going to get is the question, right? Oh, red line algo. All right, I got filled there. That was an actual to the tick. To the tick. Another quick one. That's gonna be it for me. Those are two no drawdown trades. Two no drawdown trades, both getting filled out in like 10 seconds or something. Feels nice after a couple of hard days. Started this week into last week. Feels good to kind of be patient, look for base hits, and execute. I mean, that trade could have been a big ripper. That was just off of the prior wick. Happy with that. Okay, I'm out of here. Good luck, everybody. Successful day for me. Happy with it, and we'll see you tomorrow morning. Market open for some hump day Wednesday action. Good luck. Be smart, be patient if you're still continuing to trade. If you're not, lock up your screens, close them down. Don't get tempted. Go do something else. Secure the bag. And we'll see you tomorrow morning at market open or in Discord. Peace, everybody. Have a good one.